Because of Nevada's high point, Boundary Peak, Montgomery Peak sees relatively more climbers than it otherwise might. This is because Boundary is a sub-peak of the higher Montgomery, yet as the state line crosses between the two, only Boundary is in Nevada. The simple proximity of the two peaks makes a compelling case for climbing both on the same day. Additionally, accessing the mountain from the California side is a challenging, seldom done feat, making the easiest summit route accessed by traversing from Boundary Peak. If you have a 4x4 high clearance vehicle, the best route option begins at the Queen Canyon trailhead, less than a mile of rugged old mining roads past the Queen Mine. From here, an easy to follow trail ascends the traverse towards Boundary Peak, reaching a saddle with Trail Canyon. At this point, the route makes a rising traverse southwest to reach a ridgeline with direct views of Boundary Peak summit. Following this ridgeline reaches the summit of Boundary Peak via easy Class 2 scrambling. From here, the terrain will become more challenging. There's a well-defined ridgeline leading from Boundary to Montgomery Peak, lined with a few mild gendarmes, or rock pinnacles on a ridgeline. At the start of the traverse, I chose to move west below the gendarmes and regain the ridge closer to the saddle. There are, however, many good Class 3 and below options, regardless of how you navigate this bridge. When the summit steepened to a scramble, I stayed east or climbers left for a few hundred feet, then gained the summit via a direct upward ascent. The route was low Class 3 at worst, perhaps even Class 2, but the traverse over talus is somewhat time-consuming. Despite only being just over a half mile in length, the traverse took roughly an hour and a half, with similar time on the way back. This is a climb I would recommend to any peak bagger already doing Boundary. The scramble, while tedious at times, is not technically demanding, and any reasonable ascent of Montgomery would require an ascent of Boundary anyways. Plus, the scrambling isn't half bad. It looks loose, and in some parts it is, but overall it was enjoyable. The lofty views, the open desert, and being able to cross state lines at 13,000 feet made for an interesting and fun trip. If you liked the video or found it useful, be sure to subscribe for more Mountain Beta.